Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Pioneer RD210. The RD, of course, stands for Rear Dinette Floor Plan. If you take a look in the back, you will see it is exactly that. The cool thing about it is you have the sofa directly across from the dinette. So even though this is a short camper, you don't have any slides on here, it still works for entertaining guests. So if you have friends or family that are coming to stay with you, not only do you have a place for them to sleep, but you also have a place to entertain them. The kitchen works very well too. You'll see you get the big double bowl stainless steel sink here with the high-rise faucet. Kind of a decorative backsplash in the back here, helping to break up the look a little bit. And then you have the 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover. It is a recessed cooktop, so that way you can use all of this as prep space. This just folds up and back, that way you can access those 3 burners. The front one is high output, and right underneath is an oven if you want to do some baking. While we're down here, we'll take a look at the storage. You have a bank of 3 full extension ball bearing drawers here, so that way you have space for your silverware, towels, some of your larger utensils, and you have enough room for a trash can there too, so that way you don't have to tie a bag around a pole and just have it clogging up the aisleway and sitting out. You have a window behind the sink as you'd expect, LED light here up top, and storage up top as well. You'll notice it doesn't have any styles or anything here, so it is just a big open storage area. Microwave right next door, and then underneath is your hood with a light and a fan. So as we come to the back here, as I mentioned, this is kind of the main hangout space of this RV. I think they did a great job. And as I also previously mentioned, that this dinette does drop down into a bed. As far as seating space, you'll see you can comfortably and easily sit 4 people here, no problem at all. Perfect for playing games, having meals. To transform it into a bed, what you'll do, you'll take the legs right here out of the flange in the floor as well as in the table. This whole table will actually drop down and it'll sit along these rails right here. You then take the back cushions, throw it on top, and that will create that sleeping space. You have a big window right here too, and I like this because this is the camp side. So you actually get a nice view out to your campsite. So I like when manufacturers put the dinette on the campsite. A lot of times they'll put them on the off-door side, and then you're looking out at your neighbors while you're eating breakfast, which is not what I want. You'll also see you have an LED light right up top there. You have your multimedia center here. So this will control your speakers both in here and outside, and it is Bluetooth capable. Hook up for your TV. You'll see that you have your over-the-air antenna booster right there. Electrical outlet over here. The TV is meant to go kind of right up top. Not a huge space, but if you can get away with a little something there, if it's not a big deal to you, great. If it is, then maybe this floor plan won't work for you, but in all reality, I don't think it should be too much of a problem. A little bit of storage up there as well. And then right back here, this is one of my favorite parts too, is the big rear picture window. So that way, if you have a nice view out the back, you can sit here right on the sofa, you can enjoy that, or the other side of the dinette. So all around in the back here, you have all these big open windows, really, again, helping to feel this, or make this space feel open, even though you don't have any slides. Electrical outlet here, need to charge something, phone, tablet, whatever, it's the place to do it. As I mentioned, this is a Jackknife Sofa. Cool thing about this, though, is the center console actually drops down. So if it is just the 2 of you and you want to, have it kind of more like theater seating, you can do that with this center console. You'll also notice that it lights up. See how a little LED light in there, which, just kind of a neat little extra feature. And it has USB ports. So again, if you need to charge your cell phone, you can just plug it in right here, hang out, charge it up. So just kind of a handy feature there. There also is a little bit of storage underneath. If we open this up, you'll see right over here, you have some additional storage. It's one of the great things about a Jackknife Sofa is the storage underneath. Obviously, they had to use some of it, but they give you the rest there. More storage up top here, too. Open that up for you so you can take a look. And then as we make our way back up, you will notice the large pantry. I love this. A lot of times you have to go to a much larger floor plan to get a pantry of this size, but this is a huge pantry. You can definitely fit a lot of food or plates, whatever else you need to fit in there. Maybe a toaster, who knows. And then your fridge freezer right over here has the stainless panels on there. So plenty of space here too, cut out for some of your taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Your fuse panel and breaker box is right underneath the fridge, as is the propane leak detector. Make our way up a little bit further here. You have a thermostat. Now this only controls the heat. For AC, you can see the AC unit right here. The controls for that are right on it. So that one is just for the heat right there. If we take a look at the bathroom, you'll see the foot flush lever toilet. So you actually have pretty good space for the legs. Your toes may hit the tub just from the spacing, but in all honesty, I think it's plenty of room. And then with the door shut, it is a little tight on my right side here. I'm fairly wide in the shoulders, but you'll notice that they cut back the countertop, so that way I have plenty of room on my left. Cut out here, so if you want to put, extra rolls of toilet paper there, you can, as you can see, put decorations, magazines, whatever else. Good countertop space. If I move this, you can kind of see you have all this extra space right here. Electrical outlet there. Your tank monitoring panel is here in the bathroom. One thing I do want to point out, notice your water heater can run off propane or electric. You can turn on both those at the same time for faster recovery. Right up behind me here is your hand towel ring, mirrored medicine cabinet with storage behind that. And then directly in front of me here is the shower. So I'll take a step in here just to kind of show you. So this one is a tub shower. Now, even though, it's not a bunk model, so you may not be giving the kids a bath, the nice thing about the tub, even though it is a little bit higher step up in, is the fact that it has a higher threshold or a higher wall here because it's a tub wall, so that way your curtain actually stays in here a little bit better. As far as height, I am 6 foot. You can see I have a little bit of clearance here. If you're much taller, you're 6'1", 6'2", you'll probably have to duck down a little to be able to shower. But you have the hand wand right over here, as well as a few shelves there for soap, shampoo, whatever else you need in the bath. Making our way up to the very front, this of course is the bedroom. Queen size bed right here. There is storage underneath. It's not strut assisted, but it's not too bad to lift up, and that is a big storage area there. On both sides, you have nightstands with electrical outlets. So you need to plug anything in, whether it's a CPAP or some other kind of electronic device. You can do that. As you can see, plenty of space in there too. And then right up above is your mirrored wardrobe, hanging rod going across. You have that on both sides, and connecting the two is the additional storage right here. Last thing I do want to point out, if you take a look over on the other wall there, you will notice some TV connections. So if you want TV in the bedroom, that's where you'd hook it up at. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Pioneer RD210. Right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect for your tow vehicle, because all you have to do is flip the rocker switch right here, and that will raise and lower the tongue. You'll also see that you have a light up front for added visibility at night. Directly behind that are two 20-pound propane tanks with a cover, and you see rails right here for the battery. Coming up the front is diamond plating, helping to protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And as we come around the side, we will see the pass-through storage. Notice that it has a covered hinge, so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down your door, and it uses an upgraded lock. It's not the standard 751 key, and it's actually a lock that is unique to your RV. So what that means is that someone can't, from the campground, can't just come in and start taking stuff out of your pass-through. If we take a look inside, you will see how open it is, and the fact that it's completely finished all the way through. And it is a true pass-through, meaning that you have the same size door on the other side. So no matter what you put in there, you're going to be able to get it out on the other side, obviously, as long as you can reach it. Right up here are your power stabilizer jack controls. So you have two rocker switches there. The one will control the two rear jacks, the other one will control the two front ones. Power awning on here covers almost the entire length of the RV. Just touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. You'll also notice the LED light strip there that is sewn into the awning material. Cool thing about that is it doesn't matter if the awning is completely retracted like it is right now, partially extended or fully extended, you will still be able to see and use that LED light strip. Here's the entrance, 3 foldable steps to be able to get in here, and you have the foldable grab handle, which just gives you a little extra control from that very first step all the way in. Rather than having to lean to grab it, again, it just makes it a little more natural, so that way you have control and you're not falling. You'll see 2 speakers up top. Those are connected to that multimedia center, but as I mentioned, that multimedia center is Bluetooth capable, so you can sit out here and control it. If, however, you'd rather watch TV, you have TV hookup here too. Electrical outlet, cable outlet right there. Just set up a little table, put the TV here, and you're good to go. One other thing I do want to mention, if you notice, folks, right here underneath the awning, you don't have any vents. You don't see your refrigerator vents, your furnace vents. So this is all great usable camp space underneath that awning. On the back, you'll see the square tubular bumper here. It does have end caps. That way you can just store your sewer hose there, so it's not rattling around with everything up front. And one of my favorite parts is this, the fact that you have a storage rack that comes straight from the manufacturer. This has a 200-pound weight capacity on here, so it's perfect for hauling additional items like coolers, totes, wood, other things, that are either too big for the pass-through or you just don't want to put in there with it, or again, if you just need the extra space. Also mounted to that is your spare tire, which hopefully you never have to use, but if you do, it is probably one of the easiest places to get to it. You don't have to get on your hands and knees or underneath the camper to access it. You take a look above that rear picture window there, and you will also see backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having the prep on there makes it easier to install, meaning it will save you money on labor. Lastly, you can't really notice it, but on the other side on the back here, you do have your cable inlet. So if you have cable at the campground, that is where you plug it in at. On the off-door side, right here is your 30 amp detachable power cord, plugs in there nice and easy. City water inlet is on the off-door side here as well. Directly underneath that is your outside shower with both hot and cold water access and the hand wand. Moving up a little bit further, you have the freshwater inlet. So if you're going somewhere you don't have city water hookup, you'll want to make sure you fill your fresh water tank. This will be the place to do it. And then right underneath that, you will see your black tank flush. This helps, so instead of having to take a hose and sticking it down your toilet to wash out your black tank or throwing a bunch of ice cubes in there, it's way easier. You just take a hose, hook it up right here. There's sprayers built in that black tank and it will wash it out for you. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2019 Pioneer RD210. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker. Let's go camping.